I found men's lubricant in my wife's bag. I didn't make a fuss. I quietly swapped it with super glue. What happened next? They say hindsight is 20/20, but sometimes your gut gives you perfect foresight. Mine had been yelling for months that something was off. I ignored it, because I was busy being the good husband, the trusting fool who believed every working late text. It was a Tuesday, which should have been my first warning. I was dozing on our bed when the shower kicked on for the second time that day. Marissa was not a 2 showers-a-day person. I glanced at her handbag on the chair, unzipped, half its contents spilled like a tiny crime scene. I went to tidy it, playing considerate husband, and my fingers landed on a sleek silver tube covered in Japanese characters. I scanned the label. Premium men's personal lubricant. Long-lasting formula. Men's. It was half empty. My stomach sank. My brain tried to rationalize. A gag gift? A friend's? Something medical? Then I saw her tablet glowing on the desk. Inside a folder named Groceries was an app I'd never seen. One tap and a chat thread with Leo opened like a trapdoor. Usual room at the Marriott. Bring the silver one. Can't wait to do things your husband never could. The timestamps lined up with all the late nights, girls' nights, and I'm exhausted speeches. The shower ran. She hummed. My life tipped. I looked from the messages to the silver tube. Then I went to the kitchen, took a breath, and swapped its contents with industrial adhesive. When the water stopped, I slid back into bed and waited. Marissa floated in wearing a towel and a smile. "Hey, babe, long day?" She handed me a tall glass of milk like a peace offering. "It'll help you sleep." "Early meeting, right?" I sipped, smiled, and played sleepy. She climbed in, whispered, "I love you," and rolled away. An hour later, she slipped out, changed into the black dress she saved for anniversaries, and left. I followed, quietly as a shadow, up one floor. Apartment 4C, the man upstairs, Leo. I pressed against the wall. Voices, laughter, a door click, her voice, excited, his, smooth, then rustling, a tube opening, silence, breathing, a beat. What the? Something's wrong. What? Did you put on me? It's the same. The silver one. Panic flared. Water, soap, whispered arguing. Nothing helped. Finally. "We need an ambulance." I went back downstairs and waited by the peephole. Minutes later, the medics arrived, voices trying to stay professional. "So, you two are, attached?" "It's a product reaction," Leo offered. "What kind of product?" "A personal lubricant. Japanese brand." A medic examined the tube. "This isn't lubricant. This is adhesive." Someone replaced it. Silence. Then the long, loud walk of shame. A stretcher. A sheet that didn't quite cover what mattered. Phones out. Neighbors whispering. The elevator doors closed on the most humiliating exit our building had ever seen. Slept well. By morning, Marissa shuffled in, wrecked. Hair ruined, dress wrinkled, moving like every step hurt. "Emergency at work," she lied. "Rough night?" I asked. "You're walking funny. Fell down some stairs." "Did you go to the hospital?" "Urgent care," she said quickly. "Just a strain." A minute later, there was a knock. Leo, pale, hollow-eyed, walking like punishment. He wanted to talk about last night, about the project, Marissa added, voice tight. I played the doting husband. "You both look in pain. Sit?" Neither sat. They left conversation unfinished. She limped to the bedroom, claiming she was coming down with something. I brought water, tucked her in, and got a text from a friend in the ER. "Dude, you won't believe last night. 2 people glued together. Specialist had to separate them. Guy developed an infection. Woman went home. She'll be uncomfortable. For a while." Phase 2. Dinner. I cooked her favorite comfort foods, only dialed to inferno. She pushed through the lamb, the prawns, the chili crab, complimented the flavor, drank water like a marathon runner, then begged to lie down. Before bed, I put her recovery ointment back in the cabinet, only now it contained capsaicin cream that looks identical but burns like a comet. I slept in the guest room and waited. At 6 a.m., the scream hit like a siren. I ran to the locked bathroom door. "It burns! The medicine burns!" "Open up," I said softly. She was sobbing, splashing water, making it worse. I wrapped a towel around her shoulders. "We need the hospital," I said. She refused, then caved. Pride never beats pain. Dr. Martinez examined her, face gone serious. "You've got severe inflammation from yesterday's procedure, plus a chemical burn. We need surgery to remove damaged tissue. There may be permanent changes." I signed the consent as the worried husband. She squeezed my hand. "I love you," she whispered, terrified. "I love you too," I said, and meant that I loved this moment of truth. 3 hours later, the doctor confirmed it. Surgery successful, but the damage was extensive. Recovery would be long. Some sensation might never return. Consequences, written in medical ink. I brought flowers and a manila envelope. "We need to talk." "What's that?" "Divorce papers." I laid them out. "You keep nothing. I keep the house, cars, savings, and custody." She stared hollow. "Why now?" "Because I know. About Leo. About the hotel rooms. About the groceries folder. About the milk." Her face drained. "Sign," I said. "Or we do this in court, where the ambulance video and the messages become public record." She ripped them. I smiled, slid a second set across. "Plan B, your choice." She laughed, wild, broken. "You think you've won. Leo isn't the first. There were others, lots of others." My jaw clenched, but my voice stayed calm. "Then phase 4 will be thorough. The internet never forgets, and my building records in 4K. Mrs. Patterson from 3B captured the ambulance moment like a nature documentary. With a few careful captions, when cheating goes horribly wrong, the clip went everywhere. 500,000 views turned to millions. People recognized Leo, the fitness influencer. His gym fired him. His accounts drowned in comments. He disappeared. People recognized Marissa, too. PTA moms, book club acquaintances, the yoga studio. Side-by-side memes appeared. Date night with my amazing husband, next to the stretcher still. Friends took space. Stores went silent. When she walked in. Then I found the rest. The encrypted network, the paid events, the receipts, the reviews. This wasn't a fling. It was a system. I packaged the evidence and handed it to Detective Morrison. Fraud, embezzlement, tax, evasion. The FBI joined. Accounts froze. Names surfaced. Headlines followed. Marissa stopped leaving the house. 3 weeks later, Leo made mistake number 2. He stormed our porch, shouting about 20 grand in losses. Neighbors filmed. He shoved her. Police arrived. Both were cuffed. His assault, her disorderly spiral, neatly stapled onto the bigger case. Family court was quick. I walked out with full custody, the house, and the keys to quiet. That night I sat alone, listening to the clean hum of a home that told the truth. Detective Morrison texted, "Case closed. Both pled. Marissa, 18 months. Leo, 2 years. Sometimes justice isn't blind. Sometimes it just needs glasses. As for me, I healed. I rebuilt. I learned that love without honesty is a costume, and trust without boundaries is a blank check. I kept the dog, I kept my peace, and I kept one lesson for anyone who needs it. When your gut speaks, listen. When you're lied to, stop being the alibi. And when the truth finally shows up, let it do what it does best. Burn bright, clean house, and set you free.